Hello, everyone. I'm very happy to be here today to continue sharing great encouragement words of the Lord with you. Today, I want to talk about why do people suffer? Suffering is a very popular word. We're talking about suffering from time to time and all the time. So therefore, today, I want to take some time to talk about suffering. What does it mean? Suffering means the state of undergoing pain or hardship. People have been suffering from birth. Others have been suffering because of someone's mistakes. And others have been suffering because of their own mistakes. There are different types of sufferings. People suffer differently. Before we even talk about why do people suffer, now let us look at the different types of suffering. Now, first of all, suffering because you do not have enough material things to live a comfortable life while on this earth. Now, this is a very popular type of suffering. You may not have enough food to eat, or maybe you do not have enough clothes to wear, or maybe you do not have enough money, things of this world. Now, this type of suffering, the Bible says from the book of 2 Thessalonians 3 verse 10, Paul says, if a man does not work, he shall not eat. Meaning that if you want to live a beautiful and nice, comfortable life while on earth, you have to work hard. You have to work hard. Now, you may say, well, I want to work and I'm ready to work, but I cannot find jobs. Well, I'm here to tell you, you need to try to find job. Trying to do something, even if you don't find a job, but do something. Be creative. Create something. Because remember, God created everything in this world for you and I, for us to live a comfortable life. Nothing in this world was just created like that, out of the blue. Everything in this world was created for us to live comfortably. So the next type of sufferings is, a lot of times people are suffering because of sickness. Now, it could be something that you were born with. Been suffering from birth, something that you were born with. Now, it could be a mistake of someone, maybe your parents, or maybe not your parents, or maybe, it's a natural thing. And let me tell you that sickness is natural. It's natural. We understand that mankind can create diseases and viruses and type of things, but I want you to know that sickness is natural. People get sick and people die. Animals get sick and animals die. Now, it could be you have, some type of abnormal things in your body. Maybe you're blind. Now, if you go to the Bible with me to the book of John, chapter 9, verses 1 to 12, there's a very interesting story there. And according to John 9, verses 1 to 12, Jesus saw a man who had been blind since birth. And his disciple asked him, Rabbi, who sinned, this man or his parents, that he was born blind? Jesus answered, neither this man nor his parents sinned, but this happened so that the works of God might be displayed in him. What a wonderful answer. This man was blind that the disciples saw, and they knew that he was born blind. And they were troubled that this man was born blind. Because, before birth, how could he have been sinning? He never sinned. So why he was born blind? And Jesus tried to explain to the disciple that the reason he was born blind, not because he had done something wrong. A lot of times people think people are suffering because they have done something wrong or because of sin. It is not necessarily so. Yes, you can be suffering for something wrong, but not in all cases. In this case, this man was born blind for one reason, so that you and I could see the glory of the Lord in him. You may be suffering because God wants to teach the world something within you. God wants to use you as an example. I may be suffering because of that. I don't know. I don't know. You don't know. And this is why it's very important that we don't, kill ourselves because of suffering. We don't destroy ourselves because of suffering. The next type of suffering that I want to talk about a little bit is suffering psychologically. Mental suffering. It could be family problems, stress. It could be relationship problems. It could be different types of problems. But I want you to remember one thing, that always look for the good out of every problems. Because in everything, there's something good. Something good is there in everything. And this is what the great word says. Paul says in the book of Romans 8:28, all things work together for good to them that love the Lord. So somehow there will be something good. So don't destroy yourself because of something wrong. Whatever it is, it could be for your own good. Would you believe that a toothache is a good thing? A toothache is a sign that something is wrong in your mouth? Yeah, a toothache is one of the worst things that could ever happen to someone. Something that I don't like and I believe you don't like as well. But it happened because it is a sign that something is wrong within your mouth. You do not have eyes to see what's going on in your mouth. The toothache would help you know that there's something wrong within your mouth. So therefore, suffering, it is not all bad together. You can learn something, you can get something good out of it. And I also want to talk about how to deal with suffering. One of the things that you can use to deal with suffering is using happiness wisely. Using happiness wisely can help deal with suffering. Yes. What am I talking about? You may say, what are you talking about, Brother Jack? Well, let me tell you. When you're in pain, try to be happy. You may ask the question, how am I going to be happy while in pain? You know, in the great book, James says, count it all joy when you fall into various temptations or trials or tribulations. So what it means that trying to use your pains and your sufferings, your problems, to create happiness. And how you can create happiness while suffering? You need to use what you call patience. You have to believe that something good will come out of your suffering. Something good will come out of your pain, your problems. It is not there yet, but it is coming. And therefore, I will wait on it. And because I'm waiting on something good, if you're waiting on something good, it simply means you have to be happy. You know, if someone is preparing a beautiful and nice, delicious food for you, while this food is being prepared, you must feel happy that you're going to eat something great. It is the same thing, brothers and sisters and friends. If the solutions of your problem is coming, and you know that it is coming, and you believe that it is coming, you should be happy. You should be happy, even within your problems. Very interesting. Another thing you need to do again is avoid doubling your suffering. How could you double your suffering? Very interesting. You can double your suffering by stressing yourself. It's like putting stress upon stress, putting suffering upon suffering. You see, if you're not happy and you're stressing yourself, it could cause a lot of problems. High blood pressure, different type of sickness. You can become diabetic, different type of sickness, even stomach problem, if you're stressing yourself because of your problems. So therefore, do not doubling your suffering by stressing yourself. Get rid of sadness. Try to be happy as much as you can. I know it's not possible to be happy while going through pain, but you need to find something that can make you happy, because I know for sure there's something good in every single day on earth that can make you and I happy. So therefore, refuse to let sadness take control over your life. Refuse to let problems take control over your life, because you have control over your life. Suffering is for us all. It's a part of nature. It will come. But when it comes, do not let us destroy us. Instead, use it to understand our environment, to understand our lives, and to become greater and better next time. Job went through a lot of sufferings, pains, lost everything that he had, almost lost his wife and all his friends, but he suffered, kept his faith in the Lord, and in the day, he had more than what he had before. And receive more blessings than the blessings that we received before. So therefore, let us keep our faith and be strong, trying to deal with sufferings, whatever it is, and we shall be victorious. Thank you very much. It was your brother Jack. Remember to subscribe or click the little bell, subscribe to receive all these great messages. Thank you very much. God bless you all.